Praise the Lord. People named Joe. Joe Biden, Joe Schmo. And then we have United States Senator from West Virginia, Joe Manchin. I just posted a video, one right before this one. The United States Senate would never be the same again. And Senator Joe Manchin has some explaining to do. That goes into detail about the portrait of Uncle Mike and the history of Uncle Mike and my Aunt Nora. And here's something else you need to know. Both Uncle Mike and Aunt Nora at different times in their lifetimes, Nora's is still going on, were homeless. That's the very best West Virginia can do, is put a portrait of two people, or of Uncle Mike, who did something with Aunt Nora. That's my dad's brother and my mom's sister. They were both homeless in this family. And Senator Joe Manchin has never contacted me while I've been homeless for 715 days, and he probably doesn't even know anything about the man whose portrait has been hanging on his wall in his office in Washington, D.C. Uncle Mike was homeless. He was made homeless by Tom Acosta, who made me homeless from the largest home in the poorest place in America. Nora Blunt was also homeless. She was made homeless. Well, before we get into Nora, I'll tell you what happened. So, after I defeated homelessness, what was my father, Tom Acosta, the man sleeping with a 7-year-old boy, what was his solution for resolving Michael Acosta? Just make him leave. And I'm pretty sure Michael was homeless after that. Michael Acosta was probably also homeless at other times in his life. I know that he had a time in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was very, very hard. There are other people out there that can supply more facts, but I do know that Michael Acosta was made homeless by Tom Acosta. For Aunt Nora Blunt, Aunt Nora, later in 2021, was surviving COVID on a ventilator. And she got out of the hospital, and her shit was on the porch because Alan Blunt had decided she was going to get divorced immediately after getting out of the hospital, and her stuff was on the porch. There was another woman in her home, and she had to leave it. And her son, Ed Jr., just built her a home out of his bare hands. That is my mother's sister and her son. That's what they did for each other, so they can stick together. But Uncle Mike and Aunt Nora were both homeless, and for Senator Joe Manchin to be this deliberately stupid and this uncaring and never call me back is a problem, but it's a boomer, so it's just like, it's like peanut butter and jelly, boomers and problems.